Hi everyone, welcome to Creative Stampin' Designs. My name is Karen. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Central New Jersey, and we're going to make a card together today. If I can get myself straight here. Just going to give a minute in case anybody's going to hop on. Hi Donna, thanks for joining. Alright, so when I was getting together today's card, I realized I used the same set last week for my card, but this one's different DSP and all. Before I get started, I just want to go over a couple little things. The Eden's Garden collection is available now. The stamp set and dies, that bundle will be in the January to June 2022 mini catalog, but the Ever Eden Designer Series paper, the Ever Eden cotton paper, and the Garden Gems are only while supplies last. So if it's something you're interested in, now would be the time to get it. Starting next week, we have, it's for 3 days only, November 16th, 17th, and 18th. Hi Barbara, thanks for joining. We are having our seasonal sale. It's 10% off of cardstock, 15% off of ink pads, and this is all from the annual catalog, and 20% off of dies. If you go to my blog and you click on the flyer that's on the blog, you can print out, this is all, there's just pages of things that are on sale, and it has the page number, the regular price, and the discounted price. And then we also have our joining special going on, that for $75, you get to choose $125 worth of product. It ships for free. You can join as a hobby demonstrator. There's no obligation to sell. You can just join to enjoy the discount. And if you happen to join between November 16th, 17th, and 18th, hi Rosie, thanks for joining. If you join between those 3 days, you get that savings on top of everything. You can add the paper, the cardstock, the stamp pads, dies. You can add that all to your starter kit at the discounted price. Plus, it only costs $75. So if you're interested, drop me a line at creativestampingdesigns@gmail.com, and I'd be happy to talk to you about it. All right, let's get started. We're going to make an accordion card today. And we are starting with a piece of, oh, you got your paper today, Donna? It's gorgeous, isn't it? We're starting with a piece of Mossy Meadow that is 11 by 5.5, and it is scored at, I think this is the one, I want to make sure I get it right, 1 3/4, 5.5, and 9 3/4. Okay, and I'm just going to, we're going to fold it in half to start. Give it a good crease. Then this panel will get folded back. We'll give that one a good crease. And then this panel will get folded over. So that is the card, and that's it. And then when you open it up, and we're going to decorate the whole thing with all the paper. If you've been following my blog this week, I have been using the Whimsy and Wonder DSP all week. I've been using different patterns every day. And this is Friday's card, and I used the last of the patterns for the card. So this was the last of these 4 I hadn't used on any cards this week. So now I'm using the last of it for Friday's card. All right, so I'm going to start by adhering all these DSPs to the mats. I thought I would try doing this doing a whole week using one DSP, just so you could see the different ways it could be used and different cards made with it. And it helped that I picked my favorite because I love this DSP. I don't think there's any patterns in this pack that I really can say I don't like. You've been using the same stamp set all week? Jamie and I were talking about trying a week of using the same stamp set. I don't know if I could do that, a whole week of using the same stamp set. That one would be a little tough for me. So I'm just adhering all these with a little liquid glue because I need that little bit of wiggle room. And all the measurements for these will be on my blog on Friday, creativestampingdesigns.com. And there will be a link to the video and my YouTube channel. I think I'm getting to the bottom of this bottle of ink here. Love this pattern. I think this one is one of my favorites. Like I said, I like them all, but there's certain ones I really like. And thank goodness for liquid glue. This one's a little harder to see because it's a white background on a white mat. Okay. Just give it a good rub. Yes, I noticed, Rosie, that you've been posting. Hi, Jillian. Thanks for joining. You've been posting your cards with all different fun folds. They're really pretty. I try to limit myself to once a week with a fun fold. This week there's two. Monday, I think I'm just going to get another tube of glue because this is going to drive me crazy. Monday, I just happened to start off the week with a fun fold. But Friday will be my last day using this DSP. I mean, I'll use it again. It's just for the series of cards that I did. All right, so I have all of those adhered, and we're going to adhere them to the card front. I'm going to start with the front, and we'll adhere the big piece. Let me just open this up. This larger piece right here. I need my liquid glue again. Sure I have my bows going the right way. I didn't think the presents piece of DSP had a direction, but it does. The bows are all facing one way. One or two, they're either this way or no, they are. They're all down. Gorgeous day here. Beautiful fall day. And I'm going to adhere, oops, hang on, I'm going to do it the wrong way. This piece here. That would not have been good. It was nice not having to wear a jacket going into work today. So that piece there, and then this piece is going to go right there. So we're going to open it up so it's a little easier. I'm not adhering it on top of the fold. Anyone who makes this card, please post a picture of it on my Facebook page Friday under my post. I know Jillian always does. I think you're all caught up, aren't you, Jillian? That you've made all the cards so far? All right, so that's the outside of the card. And that's it. There's no, we're going to put a belly band on it, but there's no other stamping on the outside. Hi, Jessica. Thank you for joining. I like the glue to an extent. When I need wiggle room, I use the glue. Every once in a while, I will use the Stampin' Seal, and it seems like the days I use Stampin' Seal are the days I have to take it apart and reposition. All right, so then this panel is going to go on the inside, so when you open it up, you'll have the same design on both ends. And then this one is going to go right inside here. Obviously, this is one of those cards that's not going to be 55 cents to mail. I have quite a few of them this Christmas, but it's how I go. I go to the post office and ask for just sheets of 70-cent stamps. I don't even bother asking for 55 anymore. Oh, last week's still in the process. There you go. That's it. So let's decorate the inside panel. I have just a panel of basic white that we're going to put a sentiment on, and then we'll do the belly band. So we're going a little backwards. We're doing the inside before the outside. So we're going to stamp the sentiment and try to get it straight. Clean it first, because if my block isn't clean, I end up with ink everywhere. And I did that last night. I stamped the whole thing and I had smudges of ink everywhere.
Sorry.
All right. We're going to just put this one here. I'm going to stamp the pine bough off one, and I just stuck my fingers right in the ink. That's what I was afraid I was going to do. Something about this Mossy Meadow ink, I did that last week too, when I was working with it, and I just stuck my whole hand in it. All right, we're just going to stamp this at the top. I have this. I guess I forgot to mount the smaller one. Thought I had that one mounted too. All right. Just stamp that. And these are the colors I used on the front also. So I have Blushing Bride, Mint Macaron, and Mossy Meadow. Hi, Jamie. Hi, Shirley. Thanks for joining. So we're going to stamp this little, I'm not quite sure what that's called. I don't know if it's mistletoe or I don't know what it is. We're going to stamp that right in the middle. And then we're just going to put some holly on the bottom. I did do some other stamping and cutting ahead of time. So I'm just going to do the holly leaves on the bottom. And those we're going to do in full strength. I think we're going to do them in full strength. I'm trying to see how I want these. this one right here, and then we're just going to put the berries in Blushing Bride. The colors that I used are from the paper, from the DSP. I did try using the, what color is Polished Pink for the berries, and I did not like it at all. Okay, I'll just adhere that to the inside. And I'm not putting a mat or anything because there's a lot of matting going on here. So we're just going to adhere this right on the inside there. Just giving it a second to dry. Last thing I want is this to run. My glue just doesn't want to come out today. There we go. All right. Just give it a good rub. Again, I like to rub the back of my cards because like I have the ink on my finger. I don't want to get it all over the white. All right, now we're going to just do the belly band. So I have a piece when I cut this. Okay, I cut it at the 5.5. I had another 3 inches. So I cut a 1 1/4 inch strip. And what I'm going to do, I didn't score it. I don't score or anything with my belly band. I like to just loosely wrap it around. So we're going to line this up. Make sure this is kind of straight when I get this on. And then we'll move it around. That. And I'm going to adhere it on the front, and then you won't see the seam. And that's what I already have. That's what I said. I have some things cut already. And that should be loose enough so it'll, whoops. Gotta hold it for half a second here. It should be loose enough that it'll slide. I'm just going to take it off so I can give it a good press. I'd rather have, if glue is going to, geez, I wanted wiggle room, but didn't want it to come apart. There we go. Then this, slide on nice and easy like that. Hi Susan, thank you for joining. All right, now, this is what I did ahead of time. I had stamped the sentiment in Mossy Meadow, and I used the, oh, I know what they're called. Christmas labels, I think. Hang on one second. Seasonal labels dies. So I used this one here to cut it out. This, I guess it's the smallest, not the narrowest rectangle, but the smallest one, I guess we could say. So I cut that out ahead of time. And then I had stamped on a panel of basic white the pine boughs and the leaf image, and I also had stamped the holly and the berries and cut them all out. I put these all in place already because I would have been here probably for a half hour trying to move them around, trying to figure out the way I wanted them. So we're just gonna, this is gonna get adhered right there. and then we'll adhere the holly on the top. And I'm going to put this down with Stampin' Dimensionals. And the whole label will fit right on there. So I am going over some of the die cut pieces though, just because they're on with glue dots. So I like to give them just that little extra, the little extra hold. Okay. All right. And I had when I was doing this, I had just a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 panel, just to see, to make sure I didn't go off. So I'm like edge to edge. So I'm just going to adhere this right here. Just like that. And then I put a couple dimensionals on the back of these. I have, again, these are held together with glue dots. And then I just put the dimensionals just to give it that little extra hold. And we're just going to put one down here. Let's see if I get it the way I... Just put one right there. And the other one's going to go on the top. I'm just going to add a little bit of bling, decorate the envelope, and we will be all done. Yeah. Nice and simple, even though, I mean, it looks... This was the hardest part, trying to get them the way I wanted them. So I'm just going to add, I think I'm going to just put a couple little polished pink. I had a whole bunch of embellishments out. I wasn't sure what I was going to go with, but I'm going to pick up the little bit of polished pink. Oops. One there, and then we'll put one more right down there. All right, and that's it. I'm just going to do the envelope real quick and we'll be done. And I have another panel of the Whimsy and Wonder cardstock. I used the one with the ornaments since that was kind of the smallest piece that you don't see much of. I have that for the envelope flap. Thank you, Akiko. I appreciate that. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you, Rosie. I'm trying to see some of the comments. Some of them went by already. Let's give this... I got new scissors and they're a little bit... I got a new pair of paper snips and they're still a little bit stiff because I haven't used them much yet. I have multiple I wanted to get at least another pair because when I'm having my classes, then everybody has a pair to use instead of waiting. Oops, get this out of the way. Just going to stamp a little bit of the holly on the front, and we will be done. It's underneath. It's not holly. There we go. I'll do my leaves the other way this time. Blushing Bride. berries right there. And then I'm just going to put right on the top the pine boughs like I did on the top of the inner liner. Just stamp it off. Whoops. Yeah, let's see if I can do this. Okay, we're going to turn it this way. You got part of it, but if it wasn't for a photopolymer stamp, I probably wouldn't be able to do this. Okay. Stamps out of the way. Close the ink pad so I don't stick my hand in it. And there we have it. It's an accordion fold card, just when it opens up. And you can even put a, if you want to send somebody a little note, you can put another piece of white cardstock here, or you can just write right on top of this. You'll be able to see. It's kind of plain. So this is easy enough to write a note on. And then it just goes right back in. Fits in your regular envelope, no problem. Again, you might have to use a little extra postage, but that's okay. There you have it. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me at creativestampingdesigns@gmail.com. Don't forget about the sale next week of the cardstock, the ink pads, and the dies. And if you decide you wanted to join to get the discount, you can use that stuff in your starter kit and get an additional discount on top of it. So, which is kind of a win-win, right? If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. Otherwise, my card, everything will be posted on my blog on Friday, which is creativestampingdesigns.com. All the measurements will be there, everything, scoring, and along with a link to the video. So you can cut all the paper and then stamp along. Thanks for joining, everyone. Have a great day, and I hope to see you next week. Bye.